All right, well now I am with Freddie, and he played the role of Jake. Now Jake was homeless, but we're done filming. We just finished, we just wrapped. We did our last shot, which is called a martini shot, and so you're all cleaned up because you've already changed.
Yeah.
But did you have fun today?
I had a fun time. Had a great time.
Now you were a real bully, and that's what I told them when we were rehearsing and stuff. I said, with Karen, you're just the whole area, all the people that live around here, they know you as the bully. And when you show up, it's like, oh, not Jake. So you did a great job playing that tough guy. You had the right balance of being mean and tough and everything else.
Thank you. It was just acting.
Of course. He's actually a nice guy.
Hey.
So you had a good time?
I had a great time, man.
How about working with Karen?
Oh, that fun. It was hard to keep, as you noticed, it was hard to keep a straight face.
Yeah, he kept laughing. Every time she'd yell at him, he'd crack up. Now, why was that? Because you're not used to her being so mean to you? Or I mean, what? I mean, she'd go, "Oh, Jake," and you'd be like, what was that about?
Well, we worked before, and so we've known each other for a while. And she's just a big teddy bear, honestly.
Yeah.
And she's so sweet. And to see her, try to, be that way mean, or trying to stand up for herself, it just kind of tickled me actually, because she's such such a jokester, and so everything she says is funny. So it was great. I had a good time with her.
Yeah. I have to say, we found Mary. Her name is Karen. We found Karen. She did a show months ago, and my wife and I were there to see the show with somebody else. Elijah Rock was a friend of ours who's in the show. And so we saw Karen, and we didn't know her at the time, but she was so fabulous that we walked out of there that night and we said, we have to cast this woman in something. And so I actually went home and my wife and I created a storyline about a homeless woman with her in mind.
Nice.
So we actually wrote this whole script today with her in mind. Come on over here. I got to talk. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
Because, stay over here though. He's talking about how you kept making him laugh when you're yelling at him.
Oh my gosh,
But
hilarious.
we saw Karen at this show, and afterwards we wrote this entire thing about it. So I called her months later and I said, Karen, you don't know me very well. We met you briefly, but we wrote a show with you in mind. But I'd still like you to audition. Do you mind? And so we did a private audition. She was gracious enough to audition for us. And then we went ahead and had auditions for some other actresses, but nobody could compare.
Oh, wow.
You beat all of them out because you were phenomenal. and plus, I kind of thought you would be, because we wrote this for you because of how amazing you were in that play.
Oh, yeah.
And then working with Freddie. How was it working with Freddie?
Oh, Freddie. Which is probably why we broke, while we were working together. Freddie is a great actor.
Yeah.
I mean, dedicated. He dedicates himself to the role and he pulls it through. And I love working with him. You're an excellent person as well. And so, I made him laugh just because we couldn't get serious about yelling at each other.
And I have to say, this is very funny because we saw you in a very dramatic play, and you were phenomenal. This is a dramatic short film, and you're phenomenal. So you'd think she's a dramatic actress. Well, she's also a comedic actress, as you probably know, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you've worked with Ashton, what's his name?
Ashton Kutcher, yeah.
On 2.5 Men.
Yeah.
She's worked with, on Cougar Town, what was her name?
Cougar Town.
Courtney Cox, yes, from Friends. And so many other major TV shows and films. She works all the time, and yet it's comedy. And yet you're such a dramatic actress.
Exactly. You got to. You know what? You have to do both. You almost have to do it. Just to keep yourself working, keep yourself fresh. And doing your craft. And the more serious that you can be, the more comical it is.
and that's why you guys kept laughing. I think even though it's a dramatic short, you guys kept cracking up because you're comedic, you're funny, you're a prankster, you are.
Yeah.
So you guys are supposed to be all serious and you're laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was a joy.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. It was a joy working with Freddie.
Yeah. Well, you guys were both phenomenal,
Wow.
great in both the roles, and you guys are our perfect cast. So again, thank you.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
My pleasure. All right, guys, let's go home.
All right.
It's a wrap.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Thanks, man. That was great.
Oh, yeah.